Hey there, wealth builders. Welcome to the channel for all things about personal finance and financial freedom. Today, we're diving into a fascinating topic. What happens once you save $15,000? Now, hitting that $15,000 savings milestone is a huge achievement, and it opens up a world of possibilities. Whether you're just starting on your savings journey or you're almost there, this video is going to be packed with insights and actionable tips to help you make the most out of that hard-earned cash. Before we get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on our latest financial tips and strategies. Now, let's dive right in. First up, let's talk about the psychological impact of saving $15K. Hitting this milestone does wonders for your financial confidence and mindset. It's not just about the money, it's about proving to yourself that you have the discipline and capability to manage your finances effectively. Reaching this amount in savings can significantly reduce financial stress. You no longer live paycheck to paycheck, and you have a cushion to fall back on. This peace of mind can improve your overall well-being and even your relationships. The confidence gained from this achievement can also motivate you to set and reach higher financial goals. You start to see saving as a rewarding habit rather than a chore. Moreover, having $15,000 in the bank can change your relationship with money. It provides a sense of security and freedom, allowing you to make choices based on your long-term goals rather than immediate financial pressures. This psychological shift is crucial for developing a healthy financial mindset that focuses on growth and stability. When you save $15K, it's a clear signal that you can handle your finances responsibly. This sense of achievement can also reduce anxiety and improve your mental health. You no longer worry as much about unexpected expenses or emergencies, knowing you have a safety net in place. Next, let's consider the role of an emergency fund. So, what exactly happens once you save $15,000? The answer is simple. You're well on your way to have a robust emergency fund, which many people underestimate. Financial experts recommend having 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses saved up. This buffer protects you from unexpected events, like medical emergencies, car repairs, or even job loss. An emergency fund gives you the flexibility to handle crises without going into debt. It's a financial safety net that keeps your long-term goals on track, even when life throws curveballs your way. Let's break it down further. An emergency fund should cover essentials like housing, utilities, food, transportation, and insurance. By having this safety net, you ensure that an unexpected event doesn't derail your financial progress. It's also important to keep your emergency fund in a separate, easily accessible account, like a high-yield savings account. Think of your emergency fund as your financial shield. It protects you from having to resort to high-interest debt, like credit cards or payday loans in times of crisis. This not only saves you money in the long run, but also keeps your credit score intact. Furthermore, having an emergency fund allows you to take calculated risks in other areas of your financial life. Now let's get to the exciting part, investments. You have enough capital to start exploring different investment opportunities. Whether it's stocks, bonds, mutual funds, or real estate, your savings can begin to work for you and grow over time. Investing is crucial for building wealth. It allows your money to grow exponentially through the power of compound interest. We'll dive deeper into specific investment strategies in upcoming videos, so stay tuned. When it comes to investing, diversification is key. This means spreading your investments across different asset classes to reduce risk. For example, you could allocate part of your $15,000 to stocks, part to bonds, and part to real estate. Each asset class has its own risk and return profile, and diversification helps balance these factors. Stocks are a popular investment choice because of their potential for high returns. By investing in a diversified portfolio of stocks, such as through an index fund or ETF, you can participate in the growth of the economy. Bonds, on the other hand, are more stable and provide regular interest payments. They are less risky than stocks, but also offer lower returns. Including bonds in your portfolio can provide balance and reduce volatility, especially during market downturns. Real estate is another excellent investment option. With $15,000, you might consider investing in real estate investment trusts, REITs, which allow you to invest in property without the hassle of owning and managing physical properties. By the way, if you're enjoying the video so far and want more content like this, comment the word saving money so I know. All right, another smart move with your 15K is paying down debt. High-interest debt, like credit card balances, can be a huge financial burden. The next thing that happens once you save $15,000 is by using a portion of your savings to reduce or eliminate debt. You free up more of your income for savings and investments. Debt reduction improves your credit score and reduces financial stress. It's a key step towards financial freedom and security. When prioritizing which debts to pay off first, focus on those with the highest interest rates. This strategy, known as the avalanche method, minimizes the total interest you pay over time. Another approach is the snowball method, where you pay off the smallest debts first. This can provide quick wins and keep you motivated. Reducing debt not only saves you money in interest payments, but also increases your financial flexibility. With less of your income going towards debt repayments, you can allocate more towards savings and investments, accelerating your journey towards financial independence. Additionally, paying down debt improves your credit score. A higher credit score can save you money in the long run by qualifying you for lower interest rates on loans and better terms on credit products. It also gives you more financial options in the future, such as being able to secure a mortgage for a home. With $15,000 saved, it's time to get serious about your financial plan. This involves setting clear, achievable goals for the short, medium, and long term. Whether it's buying a house, starting a business, or retiring early, having a plan helps you stay focused and motivated. A solid financial plan includes budgeting, investing, and continuous saving. Regularly reviewing and adjusting your plan ensures that you stay on track and adapt to any changes in your financial situation. Start by defining your financial goals. Short-term goals might include building an emergency fund or paying off a credit card. Medium-term goals could be saving for a down payment on a house or funding a child's education. Long-term goals often involve retirement planning or creating a legacy. Once you have your goals in place, create a budget that aligns with them. Track your income and expenses to ensure you're living within your means and putting enough aside each month to reach your goals. Budgeting might seem restrictive, but it's empowering. It gives you control over your money and ensures that every dollar is working towards your future. Investing is another critical component of your financial plan. Decide how much of your savings you want to invest and in which assets. Your investment strategy should reflect your risk tolerance, time horizon, and financial goals. Remember, the key to successful investing is consistency and patience. Moving forward with the topic of what happens once you save $15,000. Ever thought about creating passive income streams? You can invest in opportunities that generate income with minimal effort. This could be dividend-paying stocks, rental properties, or even starting an online business. Passive income is a game changer. It provides financial stability and can significantly accelerate your journey to wealth. It's about making your money work for you, even when you're not actively working. Dividend-paying stocks are a popular choice for passive income. By investing in companies that regularly pay dividends, you can earn a steady stream of income without having to sell your shares. This income can be reinvested to buy more shares, compounding your returns over time. Real estate is another excellent source of passive income. While traditional property rental can require significant management, investing in REITs or crowdfunding platforms allows you to earn rental income without the hassle of being a landlord. Starting an online business can also generate passive income. For example, creating digital products like ebooks or courses, setting up an affiliate marketing website, or even a dropshipping business can provide ongoing revenue with minimal maintenance once established. Another way to generate passive income is through peer-to-peer lending platforms. These platforms allow you to lend money to individuals or small businesses in exchange for interest payments. Moving forward, never stop learning. The financial world is constantly evolving, and staying informed is crucial. Investing in your financial education through books, courses, or even following channels like Trip2Wealth ensures that you make informed decisions. Knowledge is power, And the more you know, the better you can navigate the financial landscape and seize opportunities. Financial education can cover a wide range of topics, from basic budgeting and saving techniques to advanced investment strategies and tax planning. Start by reading books written by reputable financial experts. Some classics include Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. These books provide timeless advice on building wealth and managing money. By the way, I already summarized both books on the channel. I will leave the link below this video in case you are interested. Now, if you'd like me to summarize the book Your Money or Your Life by Vicki Robin, just comment "book" to let me know. Another amazing way to approach education is through online courses and webinars. Websites like Coursera, Udemy, and Khan Academy offer courses on personal finance, investing, and entrepreneurship. Many of these courses are free or low cost and can be completed at your own pace. Podcasts and YouTube channels, like our channel, provide ongoing education and insights into current financial trends and evergreen content. They're a great way to stay updated on the latest developments and hear from experts in the field. Additionally, joining financial forums and communities can provide support and advice from fellow savers and investors. All right, let's talk about giving back, the next topic on what happens once you hit your goal on savings. At this point, you are in a position where you can start thinking about philanthropy. Whether it's donating to a cause you care about or helping someone in need, giving back is incredibly rewarding. Generosity not only helps others but also enriches your own life. It fosters a sense of community and purpose, making your financial journey even more fulfilling. When considering how to give back, think about the causes that are most important to you. This could be anything from supporting local charities to contributing to global humanitarian efforts. You can also volunteer your time and skills. Many organizations need help with various tasks, and your expertise can make a significant impact. Volunteering can be as valuable as financial contributions and often provides personal fulfillment and community connections. Another way to give back is through micro-lending platforms like Kiva, where you can lend small amounts of money to entrepreneurs in developing countries. This helps them build businesses and improve their communities, creating a ripple effect of positive change. Now let's discuss how to enhance your financial security further. The next thing that happens once you save $15,000, it allows you to think beyond the basics. Consider diversifying your savings across different types of accounts, such as high-yield savings accounts, certificates of deposit, CDs, and even treasury bonds. Diversification not only protects your savings from inflation, but also provides more stability and potential growth. It's about not putting all your eggs in one basket and ensuring your money works for you in different ways. High-yield savings accounts offer better interest rates than regular savings accounts, helping your money grow faster while still being accessible. CDs provide a fixed interest rate for a specified term, offering higher returns in exchange for locking in your money for some time. Treasury bonds are government-backed securities that offer steady, reliable returns. They are considered one of the safest investments, as they are backed by the full faith and credit of the government. Another strategy to enhance financial security is to regularly review and adjust your financial plan. Life circumstances change, and your financial plan should reflect these changes. Tax-advantaged accounts are another powerful tool in your financial toolkit. With $15,000, you can start contributing to retirement accounts like a Roth IRA or a traditional IRA. These accounts offer significant tax benefits that can help you grow your wealth more efficiently. For example, contributions to a traditional IRA may be tax-deductible, while a Roth IRA allows for tax-free withdrawals in retirement. Understanding and leveraging these accounts can have a substantial impact on your long-term financial health. A traditional IRA lets you contribute pre-tax dollars, reducing your taxable income for the year. This can provide immediate tax benefits and help you save more for retirement. However, withdrawals in retirement are taxed as ordinary income. A Roth IRA, on the other hand, is funded with after-tax dollars. While there are no immediate tax benefits, the money grows tax-free, and withdrawals in retirement are also tax-free. Finally, let's talk about the importance of regularly reviewing and adjusting your financial goals. Your financial situation and goals will evolve, and it's important to revisit them periodically to ensure they align with your current circumstances and aspirations. Life events like getting married, having children, or changing careers can significantly impact your financial goals. Regularly reviewing your goals ensures that your financial plan remains relevant and effective. Schedule regular financial checkups at least once a year to review your progress and make necessary adjustments. Evaluate your income, expenses, savings, and investments. Are you on track to meet your goals? Do you need to increase your savings rate or adjust your investment strategy? Don't be afraid to modify your goals as needed. Flexibility is key to successful financial planning. As your circumstances change, so should your financial plan. Additionally, consider seeking advice from a financial advisor. A professional can provide valuable insights and help you navigate complex financial decisions. They can also offer a fresh perspective and ensure your financial plan is comprehensive and well-structured. So, there you have it. A comprehensive guide on what happens once you save $15,000. From boosting your financial confidence to exploring investment opportunities, paying down debt, and setting up automated savings, there are endless possibilities once you reach this milestone. Remember, the purpose of this video is to educate you on various aspects of investing and not to give you any specific investment advice. Investing involves risks and uncertainties, and you should always do your own research and consult with qualified professionals before making any financial decisions. However, past performance does not guarantee future results, and you should always consider the risk of investments before putting your money at stake. Now, if you found this video helpful, I highly recommend watching my next video, which is the perfect complement to this one. Do not hesitate to share this video. It may help someone. Subscribe to the channel and share your thoughts on today's video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.